to get a little bit of interview training? Well, you've come to the right place. My Orem sisters and I have created 5 training videos with tried and true interview tricks to help you be confident and authentic when you walk into that conversation with the judges. I've got my future Miss America here. So you'll be hearing from 3 of us. My name is Maddie Larson. I live in Colorado. I'm on the Miss Colorado board and I love teaching interview skills to delegates like you. You'll be hearing from my sister, Crystal Loveland. She has been an interview and a talent coach for 15 years. You'll also hear from Jessie Craig Bailey, who's a practicing lawyer, and she was Miss Utah in 2018. All 3 of us held the title of Miss Orem, and we continue to volunteer in various capacities. So let's get started with our first training of Your Favorite Things.
I want you to picture a big, beautiful quilt. This quilt is beautiful, vibrant, personalized, and one of a kind, just like you. Now, when we make a quilt, sometimes there's some extra pieces, right? Not everything gets to be made into our quilt. Some things that are in our quilt are like our talents, our favorite sports, our places where we like to spend the most time, the people we love the most, advice that people have given to us that we find really valuable. We sew those things into our quilt. Throughout this process, you're going to be given a lot of advice, a lot of suggestions that are just coming from a place where we are trying to help you become the very best version of yourself in interviewing, in the pageant prep process, and beyond. And it is up to you to decide what you sew into your blanket and what doesn't quite make the cut into being sewn into the fabric of your branding and the fabric of your life. So we are so excited to help you with this process and look forward to seeing the beautiful corner of your quilt that comes from going through these trainings. Whether you're a seasoned interviewer or this is your very first go around, this exercise is for you. Where are we going to start on this interview prep process? You guys ready? Drum roll, please. We are starting with our favorites, and we mean it just like it sounds. Favorite candy, favorite holiday, favorite book, favorite team, favorite subject in school, favorite article of clothing, favorite historical figure, favorite pop culture figure, favorite pastime, favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite instrument, favorite song, favorite band, all the favorites. There are some reference questions on the slide here for you to refer to, and the exercise goes like this. There are a couple different ways you can do it. First, you can just practice answering them to yourself in the mirror, just talking them out, looking at them, answering them. We would encourage you to answer out loud so you can practice talking. That's one way to do it. Another way we have seen it done is actually writing it out and really deep dive exploring why these things are your favorite. Deep diving into what makes you you. Some refer to it as your branding, how you want to represent yourself, and the things that you really want to bring to the forefront of how you present. So I would love to hear how this goes from everyone. Now, decide if you want to do it verbally or if you want to write it down. And if you have a story that goes with it, bonus points. Okay, we're going to get to storytelling in the next couple of videos here, but that is a huge plus if you have a story that goes with it that can give you a reason. Another exercise to go with it is if you can paint some kind of picture with it, some kind of visual, some kind of reason why this certain thing is your favorite. So for example, if I were to get asked, what's my favorite candy? Oh, I love Reese's. They're super yum. Did you learn anything about me from that? No, we didn't learn anything about me. But let's try the same thing again. What's your favorite candy? Ooh, I love Tootsie Pops, Tootsie Pop suckers. Now, when my sisters and I were growing up, my mom would let us sit down and watch Nick at Night. We would watch Bewitched and I Love Lucy, and she would let us pick a Tootsie Pop while we did this. And did you know that those Tootsie Pop suckers last exactly a half hour, exactly the length of one of those episodes? And I just remember laughing with my sisters and having the best time. I still remember it was channel 37 on the remote. And so every time I have a Tootsie Pop to this day, it takes me right back to laughing with my sisters watching I Love Lucy. Did you learn anything about me from that response? No, like I said, storytelling is coming. But as you're answering these favorite questions, don't just answer them. Think of why. Why is this the answer? And really put some thought into what makes it so personal and meaningful or not meaningful, your least favorite, but we're mostly focusing on the favorites for this one. But we are so excited to see how this propels you into your interview prep journey, just really starting to get to know yourself, why you are the way you are, and start putting your own personal branding on the foot that you want to put forward in this pageant process. So happy favoriting. As you're going through these trainings, you're going to get a lot of pearls of wisdom. Many, many years of compiled experience have gone into making these interview training videos. So, and we would like to think we remember everything. Oh, I found that interesting. Oh, I really liked that. Oh, I definitely want to remember that. And then before we know it, we don't. We don't remember everything. And you're going to receive so many little pearls of wisdom throughout this series and throughout your interview training process in general and through your personal development journey that this segment is dedicated to encouraging you to find a way to document that. Whether it be a notebook, whether it be a binder, whether it be an app, whether it be a notepad, so many amazing options. It does not have to be an electronic option. It doesn't have to be a pen to paper option. There's so many amazing options available now, but this is to encourage you to pick one. Back when I was pageant training, my binder, I had a binder in it, and I had an interview prep binder and a CSI platform binder, and they had their dedicated purpose. The interview binder had mock interview questions, they had suggestions from my trainers, and I wrote down questions that other candidates were asked that I was like, oh, that's interesting. What would I say to that? I would time myself. I would hone my skill. I would write down things that I could improve on in the coming week. And then in my CSI binder, I had my statistics. I had my platform statement. I had pictures that encouraged me. I had my favorite quotes. I had everything I needed to completely center myself and get into the zone when it came time or when I wanted to or needed to hit that personal progression stride. So you don't have to do it any certain way, but this is your invitation to find a way to document your journey, to write down the things that stick out to you so they can really be somewhere permanent to where you can refer back to them and they can really become part of your process. So we're excited to see what you choose.